I claim it so no one else can take what is rightfully mine.
Wow. If I get saucy during this reaction, it's 86 degrees. That's why. That's why I already just get saucy in these. Hi dolls! Welcome back, and if you are new, hello, my name is Jessie, and today we're going to react to Season 3, Part 2, Episode 6 of Bridgerton, Romancing Mr. Bridgerton. I am so excited to be here. I just put out Episode 1. Jay monopolized the computer because he does Delicious in Dungeon. If anybody watches that on Thursdays, he does it over on Patreon, and he edits them for YouTube Viewmasters Reactions. Go check him out. But now we're back, and he is gone. So we are powering through the next 3 episodes because I want to see what happens, and I don't want any spoilers. I did, however, read the comments. I got some really good comments on episode 5. Got some awesome ones on Patreon too, so I just want to take a second to read them real quick because good points brought up. Danielle on Patreon said, I do get Eloise's point of view and she is right in a way, but the fact that she didn't know Penn loved Colin shows a little, oh my gosh, Jessie. Focus. I do get Eloise's point of view and she is right in a way, but the fact that she didn't know Penn loved Colin shows how little attention she paid to Penelope. With how close the two were, Eloise should have seen it. Penn didn't do a great job of hiding it. What I love about both Penn and Eloise is that they are deeply flawed but incredibly strong characters, and I really agree with that. They are very both deeply flawed but very strong characters. I said Eloise seems to get wrapped up in her own head quite a lot and then sort of blames everybody else for keeping her on the outside. She's always, you know, her own person, but then when she's not involved in other things or not in the know, she's kind of offended. On YouTube, Garland Tyrell, Game of Thrones, House of the Dragon is coming this Sunday. I'm so excited for that. Eloise honestly pissed me off this episode. She was a horrible friend to Cressida when she needed her help and didn't even care that Penelope was stressed out and having a panic attack in the end. I get that Penn has to tell Colin before the wedding, but did it have to be at their engagement party? Penelope just can't catch a break. That is actually something that I had neglected to mention at the end of the last episode. Eloise is being a really bad friend to Cressida. I said very true. I think Eloise hates that she has also been lying to Colin by trying to do the right thing and give Penelope a chance to come clean, but it now seems to be turning into a revenge plot. She has such strong feelings on Penelope being a bad friend that it's blinding her from the fact that she is being a bad friend to Cressida. And she already was in part 1 when she blamed Cressida for spreading that, I don't want to say rumor because it wasn't a rumor, she immediately blamed Cressida, and it was her own literal loud mouth that spread the lie, or the statement. That was really messed up. I kind of felt bad for Cressida in that Eloise is, once again, kind of just stuck in her own head and doesn't really pay attention to everybody else around her. Portia was mad at the engagement because she knew that once Penelope married Colin, she would have no control over her anymore. Lord Debling was a secure match, but since he was to leave on a long trip, Portia thought she would be able to have full control over his fortunes through Penelope if she married him. Why do you think she was allowed... I'm just excited to get to that episode. Why do you think she allowed Prudence and Philippa to marry dumb but kind men? So she can still have a full say in their lives without anyone questioning her. Portia loves her daughters and wants them to be secured, but she isn't above using them to further her wealth and social status, which we saw greatly in season 2. I said, good point. I'm sure she also still hates Colin for exposing the jewel mine scheme, which is something I didn't really think of until an afterthought of the episode. Colin blew that up. It kind of to her benefit in a way, but it was definitely problematic for her. I'm sure she still holds a grudge, and now on top of everything, she's like, oh great, Penelope's marrying them, so the Bridgerton family. So let's jump in, but before we do, don't forget to throw a like or dislike if you do not like what you see, but comment down below, let me know why. Subscribe if you have not yet. We do fun things here. Ring a bell to be notified when I upload new videos, and don't forget to check the link down in the description for my Patreon. It is $5 a month. It's only $1.25 a week. It has all of my unedited reactions of everything that I do on YouTube. In addition to more, don't forget to follow us on all social media at @star_chef_productions or at JessieDobbie for Twitter. Link is in the description below for the Redbubble and TeePublic pages where you can find awesome merch that my brother Ray has created for the different shows that Jay and I react to. I did mention that I was reacting to Prisma season 2 in the first episode, or 5th. I keep saying first. The 5th episode. I am going to be finishing that probably Monday if I'm crazy enough and I get these finished and edited and I will probably do it Saturday, but I don't want to promise that. But I'm really itching to see how Prisma Season 2 ends. If you do not join the Patreon, they are fully unedited episodes 1 through 4 over on YouTube, and they will be out, the rest of them, as soon as my little hands stop crunching up and freezing and getting carpal tunnel from editing. So go check it out. But without further ado, this is Season 3, Episode 6 of Part 2 of Bridgerton, Romancing Mr. Bridgerton. Isn't Romancing Mr. Bridgerton one of the book chapters? I still haven't read the books. I don't want it to ruin the show now, but I need to get on that.
No one has it.
They're all upset now that she's not reporting.
A backbiter.
See, people still want it.
Insult the devil, drawing parallels between him and Cressida Cowper.
Perhaps you should not be here.
Get out of here, Portia.
Nowhere else I would rather be.
I can think of a few places you could be. He's concerned with Penelope. I'm like, why is he so up in arms? He just watched his fiance faint.
Not talking because of anything you did. Just like Cressida to take that which is not hers.
I
Yeah.
think it is really her. Might be more
Intelligent.
clever.
That was a nicer way to put it.
Colin is beautiful.
What was all this ink?
He's gonna figure it out.
Day?
Oh, Penelope, you're ruining all your happy moments. Just tell him.
Not a gossip writer.
Oh, we know he hates
rescinded
gossip.
his offer of marriage.
Truly.
She's like, yay!
I am sending you to live with your Aunt Jo.
You do not believe me?
I know my daughter. Many gifts, but cleverness is not amongst them.
Seems to be the consensus.
Summoned to the palace at the behest of Her Majesty the Queen.
Uh-oh. She's gonna be able to see right through her.
We are selling the club.
Are pleased when people take my advice and throwing a ball.
They're like, no,
It is
no, no,
one
wait,
thing
wait,
to
wait.
follow the rules.
We do have a way with entertaining. I've been able to see you again.
He gives me such boy vibes.
I take it you sensed a chilly departure between my sister and me.
Yeah, we all did.
My sister was the firstborn.
But you were the first boy.
Surely there is a way forward.
I haven't heard you apologize yet. I don't exactly
But I
know
do
what you
hope
have
to
to
see you
apologize for, but that was a good one. I was lightning before
love
the
the pink.
thunder.
Your family is clearly occupied.
They always are.
Always like this. You must interact.
I do not believe they were here.
No, probably not.
I have been taken ill of the plague. We are all doomed.
John has a small announcement to make on our behalf.
Small.
Very small.
Vi's so excited.
We are to marry.
Yeah! Are we gonna have a double wedding?
You shall be the
Are
most
we?
beautiful bride.
Oh my god, Eloise, burn a hole through him. Jesus.
Did you know she was Lady Whistledown?
You spoke with Penelope this morning.
Yes. She is devastated about Miss Cowper. You did not know.
Oh no, see, this is what I was worried about. She is now having to lie because Penelope still won't come clean, is dragging her into the chaos. So yes, she is definitely being blinded by her own emotions and feelings and being a bad friend to Cressida and not taking Penelope's issues into account, but this is family. This is a personal family matter now, and she's lying to her brother's face. You could see he was gonna get mad.
Souring, but this caper may be the final straw.
Truly bewildering how quickly one person can become all that matters.
This is
Perhaps I
eating
can
her
make you
alive.
go away.
Oh god, look at all those papers. Oh.
Was going to tell him.
Neither did I. The truth would destroy Colin.
Oh, we're going this route now?
Why tell him when the better thing is for you to put down your pen?
Now, is she actually doing this to save and protect Colin? Or is she doing this because she's like, oh my god, if he finds out I knew, I'm gonna be in deep shit. Also, I am surprised at how hard Penelope was trying to get back together with Eloise and be friends with her, yet not acknowledging that, like, not telling Colin was also quickly even more so destroying their friendship.
Cannot stop.
Well, if you can't stop, then you gotta tell him.
Cressida Cowper, take credit. It would break my heart.
And what of Colin's heart? It would break his to find out the truth. It's just gossip.
Ooh, that hurt Penelope. It's not just gossip to her. I could not say anything. I would have to say something. Brimsley.
Majesty will see you now.
Oh, this is a good episode. I love how they're always holding the dogs.
I claim it so no one else can take what is rightfully mine.
Well, give me your latest issue.
Miss Francesca and Lord Kilmartin.
I no longer care what mediocre match Miss Francesca chooses. I do not wish to see you in my court again.
See, she saw right through that.
Cement your reputation as Whistledown. No one will marry you. No one will marry me now.
She's like, what do I have to lose?
End of the season before announcing.
We think speaking to the Queen may be the wisest decision.
She's like, you guys know what you're getting yourselves into?
We would like you to speak to the Queen.
We might need to recruit Lady Danbury to tag team this. She's like so desperate now that she's starting to slip and be sloppy.
Ladies do not have dreams. They have husbands.
That looked like it pained Portia to say. Like, I've been there, but this is the way it is.
My greatest wish has always been for you three to do better than I did.
It's like the most sincerest thing that she's ever said to Penelope. I feel like Penelope could tell Portia the truth and Portia would help her. I really feel like she could be honest and be like, Ma, listen, I got some to say. And Portia would be like, all right, let's fix this. These two, I swear.
My dear friend Paul, will you come?
My intentions
who's
towards
Paul?
you being peer-reviewed?
Who's Paul? Are we throuple in it?
Another. At this rate, you'll have us wish you closed the club every week.
Sadly, this is the very last bottle. To mourn my last night. I refuse your pity drink.
I'm writing a manuscript, in fact.
Are you?
The manuscript.
What is it about?
Well, you think you deserve it?
Why don't you all take a
Have a
sip?
direction. No, please do not start saying sentimental things about
I
us.
was going to say, I've spotted another bottle. Mr. Modrich's Fine Club.
To the club. Oh, Will.
Why these two persons should not be joined together in 3 weeks' time. Today, I also.
Violet's like, all right,
Joe
Portia,
and Miss
take it down a
Emma
notch.
Penworthy. Very well.
I know there is something you have been meaning to tell me.
The height difference is extreme, but in this shot specifically, he is towering over her. But I feel like they're doing it on purpose, almost like Penelope feels so small. He's like overwhelming the situation. I feel like this angle is on purpose.
I've always loved you, Colin. There is nothing in the world that makes me happier than being with you.
Ooh, so I think we just got a confirmation that she's putting down the pen. Pen is dropping the pen.
Dancing?
Were you ever punished as a child?
No, he was Violet's sensitive child.
Haven't you met
Are we
before?
trying to matchmake?
I do not believe we have.
He's like, I know what you're doing.
If you wish to repent, you must go inside the church. I wondered if possibly
She's gonna ask
you would like to
Eloise.
join me. I do not wish to be your collaborator, and I cannot be your friend any longer. I am sorry.
I thought that Cressida was gonna be like, listen, it's not me. I totally made that up, but let's monopolize this and use it to our advantage now. She's still playing it off as if she actually is Lady Whistledown. This is sad though, because I do feel bad for Cressida now. She's desperate. Eloise doesn't know what it feels like to be married away to a 90-year-old man that wants to lock you in a closet in brown dresses. Maybe be a little more sympathetic, Eloise.
It's no wonder Penelope abandoned you.
Ouch.
I almost understand why one might be driven to write it. Congratulations on your hard-earned success.
So Cressida is truly alone now.
Baby girls steal one's beauty. Can you not see it, Mama? They make such a charming couple.
Oh, she's like not even paying attention.
Do they still sit in prolonged silence?
Well, they do talk more.
In a way.
Aww, she wants them to be as happy as they are for Penelope and Colin. Are we gonna burn it all? We're burning it. Wow. Big move, P. That means everything to her. Not as much as Colin.
Are you enjoying yourself?
Give me the best ball Mayfair has ever seen. Honestly, Jessie.
She's loving this closeness. Drowning in happiness. Ooh, yeah, what do you have to say?
That column's your life's work. I cannot continue writing. My mama sent me for some fabric samples.
Oh, she's like, nope, nope, nope. This is you. You can't kill yourself.
You know my favorite part about dressmaking? Seeing the glow. Can't imagine ever giving that feeling up.
Ousted from my club. Why? Because of your daughter.
He is withdrawing your dowry.
Oh God, I can't wait to hear this. I need some popcorn. I didn't know we were watching a comedy special.
Dear reader, it is I.
It's not even right,
Lady
dearest.
Mama.
Dearest
I'm
reader. Not dear reader. Oh. I feel bad right now, but I also get afraid when villains get cornered.
Draw or paint?
Oh, he paints.
No.
Yes, you do. Well, you used to.
I dance sometimes. Did she tell you to be very, very afraid of her?
So, Benedict.
Interesting. Are we thruppling or matchmaking? What a lovely party you two threw. I love how we don't even hear what Danbury says. We just...
Baby can push water up into one's eyes.
Oh. Oh. Ooh, I love that gown.
Lackluster at best.
Charlotte? Oh, what are we doing? Alice is like, hold your breath. Ooh.
Not bad at all. Chaotic at the moment.
Does the Queen not
No,
love
it's
him?
not.
I do not wish to wait.
I know, but I do not wish to ruin things for you.
Do you not think our match would cheer her?
I am going to look at the very fine wainscoting.
You still do not believe in this match, do you?
I have supported you.
That's
You
not
have been
saying
perfunctory
yes.
in your support. I love him, Mama, even if it is not the love that you want for me.
I really thought that Violet was totally on board with this. Like, she can see the way that Francesca looks at him. She heard the way that John was talking about her. I think that she just doesn't understand them. Like, they're the oddballs, right? Like, Lady Danbury keeps saying it. Do they talk more now? Do they still sit in silence? I think it's that everybody doesn't understand their dynamic, but just because they don't understand it doesn't mean it doesn't work for them. That's so sad. Everything that Francesca's gone through, she was literally saying in the first part of season 3, I'm not so keen on all this, but like I'm entertaining it and I'm going for it. Like I want to get married and all, but like I just, you know, I haven't found the right person. Now she's dead set and like I am ready. I want this. I am good. And Violet's not fighting for her. Violet, come on. Be the mama bear I know you are. Oh. Oh. Oh.
I will go after her.
You are not the only one who cares for Lady Bridgerton.
That dress.
You take everything from me.
Maybe he
Tell
didn't
me.
do anything
So that we
on
might be done with
purpose.
You took it from me.
How did I take your chance at happiness?
Oh my God, I have
I
chills.
very nearly escaped to freedom. It was you who betrayed me to our father.
Soma.
You think you can call me by my born name and right the wrong?
He really doesn't know what he did. But that's what's so sad is this grudge has been held for so long and never talked about. He really doesn't know. Ooh, I would like a flashback of that. Does anybody else like get reminded of a wolfman? Sexy wolfman, but a wolfman?
Surprised you two have never, in
Who
fact,
said
did
they
not answer that. Apparently, the wine has made me rather rude.
The wine has also made you rather charming.
How you feel about that, Benny? Ooh, make sure that's out. That's not out. That's a fire hazard.
Would you perhaps like to join us?
Benedict's like, this night just keeps getting better and better.
Supposed to be somewhere.
Yeah,
Look at me.
upstairs. Where are you going? I think he's just overwhelmed because he looks very excited. Confident. Oh. Ooh, in red.
Scandal writer for a daughter. Can you imagine?
I couldn't. Ooh, she's got like
One of the more
wings.
amusing parties I have been to.
Can I bring her to you, Your Majesty?
Ooh, look at her hair.
She is a rather clever writer.
Oh, apologies. Perhaps I could edit them for you.
Do it on my own.
Why will he not show her his
Won't be worthy
writing?
of you. Forgive me. It seems the Queen has summoned Miss Cowper.
Your Majesty.
Were you invited here tonight?
No, Your Majesty.
You can't sit with us. Oh! Oh! Look at Brimsley! Brimsley's like... Love him.
I simply wanted to give you a gift.
It's the issue?
She has returned!
Dearest gentle reader.
It's her voice.
You may now know my name, but have no doubt. Cresta Cowper.
Ooh, I love the way this episode was filmed. How it's just swooping through.
Come with me.
I'm so
Who
stressed.
seems to have a feud with me and by extension, my family.
She's gonna
Because I'm
rate
going to publish again. With one issue, I can discredit Cressida. Writing was the only way I felt I could have a voice. And I should have been using the column to give a voice to the other voiceless.
You must get a full issue out right away.
She feels so good. It's like, I'm back, baby. Is Colin following her? Like, he saw them run out. He thought that was sketchy. I love the accent.
Me for your rush service.
Anything for Lady Whistledown?
Lady Whistledown.
So fast. I don't know what to pause it on. I kind of want to do pee in the carriage. That sounded inappropriate. Oh my god. All right, there you have it. Episode 6, Romancing Mr. Bridgerton. So good. The first episode of the 5th episode was so good. But this one, oh, they just keep getting better and better and better. This is bananas. Absolutely insane. So Colin knows that Penelope is Whistledown. However, there is still a chance that she could get out of this. She could say she's delivering it. She could say that I'm not Whistledown, but I am a part of it. I know who it is. The thing is, who is she going to say is Whistledown? If she does do that, she could be like, it's Eloise, it's not me. But I don't think that she would do that. I feel like this is my thing, okay? The longer she goes on lying and lying and lying, obviously, the worse it's going to be once he finally does find out. We all know that he is going to eventually find out and confirm it, right? So it's like, now that it came out, now that we're in this position, you may as well run with it and come clean, because if you backtrack, it's, again, just going to get worse. But holy crap, like, for him to find out like this, oh my god, this is so crazy. This is absolutely crazy. This is completely going to blow up everything too, because he just had the conversation with Eloise about Cressida. Like, did you know? Did you know? And you could see, like, the fear and pain and anger in his eyes when he was asking Eloise, did you know? It was terrifying, because she's like, I'm gonna break his heart. He's going to be furious. I feel terrible. I don't know what to do. And that's why she went to Penelope and was like, you can't say anything. You have to protect him. But oh my god, this is insane. Like, I don't even know. My mind is like spiraling. This is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. Cressida is taking full credit, and I try to find the sympathy in every situation, and I do with Cressida, because if anybody was put into her position, they would do whatever the hell they had to not be in that position. She doesn't want to marry Greer. She obviously doesn't want to move to Wales, so she's desperate. She did try to go to Eloise and be like, help me, and Eloise was a little selfish. Again, I understand Eloise's position, where it's like, you're taking credit for Whistledown, and I know that you're not Whistledown, and now you're asking me for help, and you're lying to me in the process, because I know that you're not Whistledown, so what am I supposed to do with that? But at the same time, it's like, a little hypocritical, Eloise, because you do know who Whistledown is, and you weren't there for her when she needed a friend. She has been a good friend to you. Now she's asking you for help, and you're like, go screw yourself. So this is going to be insane, because obviously Whistledown is going to discredit Cressida, and this is just going to completely and utterly ruin her life. I love the little comments from Prudence and Philippa. They are just comedy gold. I mean, from where they began to now, I crave seeing them on the screen. I just can't wait to see what they're gonna say and laugh my butt off. But it's really interesting to see Portia not react, right? I mean, Portia is so focused on Penelope now, which is also why Penelope is kind of like daydreaming through this whole new life. She's like, my mom is my bestie. I'm getting married to my dream boy. Everything's great. Everything's perfect. But I have to leave my life's work. Is it worth it? And yeah, she makes the decision to do so. But you can see she jumps right on the chance to get back on it. But I feel like that is definitely also fueled by her necessity to prove herself to Eloise. Because let's also remember, even though Penelope wrote terrible things about Eloise, the reason was because she was trying to protect Eloise, because Queen Charlotte was going to expose her as Whistledown. She needed an alibi. The problem is that Penelope was also doing it to cover her own butt, but she loves Eloise. There's no denying that. That is her best friend. She always has been. She always will be. So now this is the perfect situation. She's like, I can write again. I can prove to Eloise that I can make this better. I can discredit Cressida after the terrible things that she's done to me time and time again. Like, she's poured drinks on her. She ripped her dress this season. She's been terrible. Let's also not forget that Cressida's the one who threatened Daphne, right? Wasn't she the one who saw Daphne and Simon in the garden? So it's like, Cressida, she's got a lot of character growth this season, but has not been a very good person. So this is like Penelope's perfect situation for her right now, aside from Colin finding out. That was pretty bad. Queen Charlotte and Brimsley, oh my god, like, name a better duo. I will fight you. They are hysterical. I love how Queen Charlotte saw right through Cressida, like, I'll give you a chance to prove yourself, but I don't believe this. I am a little frustrated with Violet. I'm a little upset because I went over that in the reaction, but I just don't know why she's so against this whole thing with Francesca. I get it, but I don't. I get that she, you know, wants the best for her. I feel like she feels that Francesca's settling, but I don't think she is. I think after suitor after suitor after suitor, Francesca actually found someone that she clicks with and she's happy. So it's like, it's almost comical because it makes me feel like Violet's like, don't rush into this, but also we're going to match you with somebody who you don't know and get married in a few weeks. Like, but you don't want me to rush into something that I'm actually willing to go into. It's sad that she ran out crying. But I don't know. Violet, come on. Like, you're giving all this attention to Colin and Penelope like it's so amazing, and you're kind of ignoring Francesca, and it's sad. We get more tea from Danbury, who talks to her brother and says, you ruined my chance at any happiness. And he's like, what the hell are you talking about? She said, I heard you talking to father that night when I almost escaped. I heard him thank you. And he says so much. She goes, do not call me by my given name, by my born name. I didn't know that was her name. Apparently there's a lot of things we don't know about Danbury. So apparently Marcus indirectly ruined her chance at escaping from the hell that we saw her go through in Queen Charlotte. But he clearly does not realize, or did not realize this. Like, I think he truly does not know what he did. Maybe he does and he didn't realize how much it influenced the situation or never took it into consideration, but I have a feeling it really is just like he doesn't know. He has no idea, which is really sad that this sibling relationship has been destroyed and tainted and hated for so many decades, all because of a misunderstanding. So I really hope that we have a conversation with Marcus and Danbury in the next episode where they can give some kind of clarity to this and she can forgive him, hopefully, and maybe start something with Violet, because I want to like Marcus, but I'm totally on Lady Danbury's side. Agatha is my girl. Like, I'm not going to turn my back on her. So until she's cool, then I won't be cool with it. Benedict meets Lady Tilly's friend, Paul, and the dinner is going well, and they have a discussion outside, and he kind of like throws like a little flirtation towards Benedict's way, and Benedict kind of like giggles, and then he sees them kissing, and they invite him upstairs, and I totally thought he was gonna be like, yeah, let's go, and he giggles and runs away. He laughs and he runs away. Now, I at first I'm like, what the hell are you doing? I kind of don't blame him because I feel like part of him might be thinking like, is this a setup? This is dangerous. Let's not forget to be gay in this time period. So if he said yes, he doesn't know Lady Tilly that well. And he doesn't know this guy. So maybe he's thinking this is all too much. I need to like comprehend what's happening and make sure this is legit and real. and then I'll take this next step. So I want to see a conversation between the two of them. That'll be really interesting. Will and Alice throw their first ball, and my heart broke for Will in this episode because he finally makes the decision to sell the club, and you can see he doesn't want to, and you can see like in the moment where he's just looking around at everything, like, this was my baby, this was my creation, this was my life, and I am being forced to give it up, and I hope I'm making the right decision. Now granted, he's doing it for his family. We know that his family is his number one, but it still doesn't take away the fact that it hurts. It really hurts. And now on top of it, Lady Danbury is like, you gotta throw a ball every once in a while. And he's like, what the f***? Like, I thought we just had to go to these parties and play around. Now I actually have to throw them. So they throw this ball, and at least it is fantastic. That whole thing with the flowers was absolutely incredible. I was like, Queen Charlotte, rude, but she took it right back. She's like, all right, most impressive, most impressive. So I'm glad that the party went well for them, because I want good things for them. You can tell, and we know from what we've seen, that they are good people and they're good family, so they don't deserve any more shit on their way. What else? I think that's it. Aside from that, I feel bad for John Stirling. Like, again, everything with Francesca and Violet. John's just kind of sitting there like, I think the fact that John is so reserved is what Violet is maybe not so crazy about, but ironically, that is what makes him and Francesca work so well. And we know from the beginning of this episode that Queen Charlotte literally said to Cressida, like, I don't care about Francesca, whatever. It's not a problem. But Violet thinks it's going to be, so now it's a problem. But oh my god, overall, that was such a good freaking episode. Holy crap. I'm gonna have fun editing this one. I cannot wait to see what happens next. And until the next reaction, so long everyone. Try and make someone smile today. You never know when they might need it next. Bye.